Sometimes we think God can only use us when we are strong, but Paul discovers something completely different. There are moments when God does not remove the weakness. He reveals the sufficiency of Christ in the middle of it. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, the verse 9 will help us understand this. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Wow. Paul had what he calls a thorn in the flesh. 3 times he pleaded with the Lord that it might depart from him. And the answer came, my grace is sufficient for thee. Notice carefully. Paul asked for the problem to leave. Christ answered by revealing the sufficiency of his grace. That is profound. Sometimes we are looking for God to change the situation, while God is teaching us that Christ is sufficient even before the situation changes. The key word over here is sufficient. It carries a sense of being enough or adequate. So when Christ says, my grace is sufficient for thee, he is essentially saying, what I provide is enough for you. Not because Paul's weakness was imaginary, not because his suffering did not matter, but because the grace of Christ was greater than the weakness Paul was experiencing. And now, watch the second half. For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Whose strength? His strength, the strength of the Lord. That is where sometimes we tend to miss the verse or misunderstand the verse or turn it upside down. Christianity is not primarily discovering how strong you are. Sometimes God allows you to discover how weak you are so that you can discover how sufficient Christ is. And Paul finally understands it. He says, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Wow. The passage begins with Paul's weakness, but it ends with the power of Christ. Maybe somebody is listening to me today. You are not feeling very okay. You are not feeling very well. You are condemning yourself. You are saying all kinds of things. You are saying, I am not strong enough. Perhaps you are right. But here is the good news. You are never the source of strength. Christ is. Your weakness does not automatically disqualify you. Your limitation do not make Christ insufficient. Your difficult season does not mean Christ has abandoned you. Sometimes the greatest revelation you receive in your weakness is his strength, which is grace is enough for you. And look at what how Paul concluded, verse 10. For when I am weak, then am I strong. That is not positive thinking. Paul is not saying deep down, I am actually very powerful. No, his strength comes from somewhere else. The power of Christ rests upon him. That is why he can be weak and yet strong. Stop condemning yourself because you don't feel strong every day. Stop thinking Christ can only work through you when everything is perfect. No, there will be days when you are tired. There will be days when you are sick. There will be days you don't have the answer. There will be days you feel it, you will see limitation. But Christ is your strength. His grace is always there. His grace is sufficient for you, and that grace will keep you winning every time. I pray that God will help you and keep you winning in this life because his grace is sufficient for you. God bless you.